16 Big Money Mistakes to Avoid at All Costs. Money management can be a difficult task, and especially if that discipline is not inculcated since childhood. Financial mistakes can be hard to clear up and generally may take a while to fix. Understanding the most common money mistakes will help you to make better financial choices in the future. Welcome to CMTV 10, where we share with you advice that will take you from the life you have to the life you deserve. If you are new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss other interesting videos, for we upload new videos daily. When it comes to your money life, the opportunities to make mistakes can come fast and furious. If they are not corrected, they could lead to a compounding effect that can be devastating to achieving the goals you value most. Poor money management can cost you a lot without your knowledge, and you may find your pocket empty sooner than expected. But an effective money management plan can lay down the path to an incredible success story. So here is a list of things that you could avoid if you want to incur high returns. 1. Not having a financial plan for the year. Cambridge Dictionary defines a financial plan as a plan made by a person or organization about their income, spending, etc. Every person who desires to have financial freedom and grow his wealth must work with a plan. The need for you to work with a plan cannot be overemphasized. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Your financial plan is what gives direction to your efforts and provides the needed guidance for your choices. Your financial plan is a detailed proposal for achieving your financial goals. If you want a robust plan, you need to start by identifying your financial goals. That is, what you want to achieve, where and how you want to end up. Do you want to ensure your salary covers your immediate needs till the next payday? Do you want to pay off certain debts? Do you want to acquire some assets? Or acquire additional academic or professional certifications? These are examples of financial goals. Once you have identified your financial goals, your financial plan will then outline the steps you need to take to achieve them. Most people who struggle to stay financially afloat often work without a plan and make unguided choices that are not aligned to their financial goals. This is one mistake to avoid by anyone who wants to be in control of his or her finances. As part of your 2020 financial plan, set a savings and a spending target for yourself. This way you can direct expected funds appropriately. 2. Not asking for help. Asking for help is vitally important. Making financial decisions doesn't include a step-by-step guide. Financial matters are subjective because they are based on how you see the world, what you want out of life, what you value, what you fear, etc. All things that are shaded by your own personal belief system. Asking for help can be challenging because of a variety of factors, including who you ask and their level of knowledge and understanding. But most of all, everyone should feel that the person they are working with is the best. A good place to start is with NAPFA, National Association of Personal Financial Advisors. You can look for a fee-only advisor in your area. It's a place to start your investigation, but you need to learn a lot more before you hire the person or firm to help you. 3. Avoid telling yourself financial lies. It is a money mistake to deceive yourself about the state of your financial well-being or about your financial weaknesses. Don't deceive yourself about the level of your financial knowledge, otherwise, you make choices based on wrong information. Do not also deceive yourself on the bad money habits you are struggling with. When you lie to yourself, these lies becloud the reality of your money habits and the true condition of your finances, stalling your progress towards financial freedom. Be honest with yourself and set a target to drop your negative money habits. You must also be honest about the state of your finances. When you fail to assess your circumstances to know the truth about your finances, you stand a higher risk of remaining in financial bondage. Everyone desiring financial freedom is advised to examine their records and know what they own and what they owe. Take an honest assessment of your finances and build on that. Knowing the net of this position will give you a fair knowledge of how well you are doing and will guide your steps and decisions. Rich people are honest to themselves and take responsibility for their money errors and weaknesses, while those that blame others for their misfortunes remain in financial bondage. 4. Not working with a budget. If you want to be successful at effectively managing your finances, you need to work with a budget. A budget will show your expected cash inflow and planned outflow for a specified budget period, for a month, quarter or year. It ensures you plan for all expected funds, thus making the most of your financial resources. Preparing your budget also helps you understand your money and thus have better control over your financial circumstances. People who work with budgets find it easier to exercise financial discipline as their decisions are guided by their budgets. Without a guide, you cannot measure performance. With your budget, you can check compliance and areas you have deviated from your plan. Don't make the mistake of spending without a budget, as working with a budget is fundamental and very important in having control over your money. When you don't have a budget, you won't maximize opportunities to save, you will struggle to deal with surprise expenses, and you can easily get into debt. Everyone needs a budget. If you are struggling financially, it is a tool that can help you become more organized and ultimately become financially fit. If you are wealthy, it is a necessary tool to ensure you retain and grow your wealth. Creating a budget is the best gift all hardworking people can give themselves. Finally, do write out the budget. Don't budget in your head. 5. Letting your spouse take care of all your finances. If you're married, which of you is in charge of the money? This might seem to have an easy answer. In many cases, it's the one who earns more, or the money nerd who enjoys the job. But having just one person in your family who does it all should be a red flag. If the main money manager dies or is disabled, who would pay the bills? Often, when only one partner takes care of everything, the other is in the dark, no place to be while dealing with a medical crisis or, worse, a funeral. And while we always want to trust in our spouses, there is nothing wrong with a little accountability. So how do we avoid this disaster in the making? First, create a centralized record with all account numbers, dates, amounts to be paid, addresses, etc., and make sure everyone in the family knows where it is. Second, according to the Allstate financial experts we questioned, it is also important to make sure you have set aside a certain amount of money for an emergency fund that both partners have access to. You never know when unforeseen bills or a sudden layoff might occur, and having an emergency fund can cover the entire cost or at least alleviate much of what is owed. No one wants to be stuck with a $10,000 hospital bill unexpectedly, but having an emergency fund as small as a couple of $1,000s can really help in these situations. 6. Do not borrow to finance the wrong things. One money mistake to avoid is borrowing for the wrong reason. Financial excellence requires that if you must borrow at all, it should be to fund an investment that will grow in value or that will generate income in the long run. This is classified as good borrowing, while bad borrowing is debt incurred to purchase something that adds no value or will quickly lose value. Do not borrow to fund frivolities or to keep up with the Joneses, that is, to live above your means while emulating others. Spend at your level. Let your expenses be determined by what you earn and can afford. Set a rule not to buy something unless you can afford it. Weddings, birthdays and funeral expenses are better contained at the level you can afford, and you should never borrow to host elaborate parties. 7. Don't fail to track your expenses. To be in control of your finances in 2020, you must keep good records and track all your expenses. This is important as these records form the basis for tracking and analyzing performance against your budget and financial plan. When you track your expenses, you can see what your money is being spent on. Tracking your money gives you more aware of your spending habits and what you are spending on. Tracking will help you see the result of your financial choices and habits. If you don't know where your money has been spent, you will not be able to identify your pressure points and make the necessary changes. Tracking can be easily achieved by recording expenses in a dedicated notebook or a simple spreadsheet. This simple action will help you achieve your goal of financial excellence and success. Keeping good financial records also requires you to effectively use financial statements such as your bank statements and utility receipts and statements. Don't ignore these statements. Make deliberate efforts to periodically review these statements for accuracy. 8. Don't quit your job without a plan. When you quit your job, you do not qualify for unemployment insurance, and you may find yourself in a very tight financial situation. It is also more difficult to find a job when you are not currently employed. When you feel that your current employment situation is not good, you should begin looking for a new job right away. This will allow you to find a new job and prevent any gaps in your employment experience. You may even decide to take a pay cut for your new job, but you will be secure in knowing that you have a job and a paycheck coming in. 9. Avoid wasting your time. Time is a precious resource and available equally to everyone. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, and it is often said that the difference between a rich and a poor man is the way each applies his time. Create a plan for your time and highlight what you want to accomplish with your time. Having set a financial plan, every step should take you towards what you want to achieve. One mistake to avoid in the new year is inadequate compensation for your time and labor. This means you should seek and commit to the employment that pays you the most out of your available options. Where possible, combine 2 or more options to make the most of the available working hours in a day. If in paid employment, you owe your employer your hours while at work. However, your non-work hours belong to you and are available for your use. Apply yourself in these extra hours to earn some extra money. There is a better chance of coping with financial responsibilities and pressures when you earn more money. Always tell yourself, you are losing money when you are wasting your time. 10. Not diversifying. The mistake most of people make is they don't diversify the investments. People tend to invest the majority of their income in one particular financial instrument and open themselves up to risks. Instead of that, they should diversify their investments so as to hedge risks accordingly. This will not only help them to get a good return but also make them save a lot of money which otherwise would have been lost due to additional risks. You can also look to diversify your income. In fact, diversifying your income will provide you with a backup if something happens. It is a chance to broaden your interests and explore different areas. 11. Don't miss paying yourself first. Do not pay yourself last. Learn to pay yourself first by putting some money into your savings account. No matter what you earn, put something away as savings. Most people say, how can I save anything when my pay packet is not enough to meet my immediate needs? Tell yourself that if you are earning 80% of your current pay, you will still find a way to survive. Saving requires making sacrifices and being disciplined. It also requires you to work with a budget. Simple budgeting ahead of your next payment goes a long way in helping you to save. Allocating funds to the different classes of bills would be helpful in identifying excesses. Learn to allocate funds to basic expenses like food, transport, utilities, entertainment, miscellaneous, and see the window for possible savings. One way to save is from unexpected financial bonuses and gifts. Instead of applying the entire bonus or gift to long-standing desires, you can save a percentage. There are numerous benefits of saving. Savings help you when you have emergencies and unexpected financial needs. It also gives you a cushion if you suddenly lose your job. You can make better financial decisions because you are more confident knowing you have backup funds. Your savings can also be eventually used to pay for the desired asset, e.g., car, house or shares, etc. 12. Don't make financial choices out of fear or pressure. Another common mistake is to make a financial choice when you are afraid or you feel a lot of pressure to act right away. When you are afraid, you may not be considering all of the options, and you may end up making a mistake. It is important to take a step back and consider all of your options. You may want to talk the decision over with someone you trust. Another financial mistake is to give into pressure to take a big financial step, from buying a new car to purchasing a home to getting married or having a child. You may not be ready for these steps, and giving into pressure will not benefit you financially. It is okay to make each financial decision based on your own timing, goals, and needs. 13. Ignoring life transitions. Life transitions happen, some expected, some not. Everything from getting married to creating an end-of-life plan, from expecting a child to divorce, from the death of a spouse to paying for college, from a job loss to caring for an elderly parent or special needs child. Without appropriate consideration and planning, life transitions can destroy your financial life and put your stability in jeopardy. While the spotlight remains on the daily movement of the stock markets, people ignore aspects of planning that they can be aware of and prepare for, to some degree. It requires a mindset that provides for open discussions of all possibilities and transitions that are likely given all available information. The conversation needs to occur on a regular basis, at least annually. Take, for example, your work life. Have you considered whether your industry, company, or position are in danger of being changed, moved, or eliminated? Do you have a wide enough view of your skill sets and relationships in light of your job? The days of guaranteed employment or that companies that will be around forever have proven to be a fiction. Know what you can control and what you cannot and work with your planner to attend to those issues with determined focus. 14. Don't mix personal funds with business funds. It is a financial error to mix your personal funds with your business funds. This is a mistake to avoid if you want to achieve financial excellence. You must set clear boundaries around your business funds. Open different bank accounts for your business to ensure that business-related cash flow is properly monitored and managed. If you pool both funds together, there is a big risk of applying business funds to personal needs and vice versa. It means you should also have separate and clear personal financial plan and budget different from your business financial plan and budget. The easiest way to enforce a boundary between your business finances and your personal finances is to place yourself on a salary. By paying yourself a salary, you know that only your salary can be withdrawn from the business. When salary is due, you should take money from your business bank account and transfer it to your personal bank account as if you were working for somebody else. This will ensure you only take approved money out of your business and leave room for your business to grow. 15. Don't spend on entertainment. One mistake that people often make is that they don't have a budget for their entertainment expenses. There isn't a lot that can be said on this, but you must ensure to have a budget for your entertainment expenses, and at the same time, you must be disciplined to strictly adhere to it. If this is not done, then you might end up overspending. For creating an efficient budget for entertainment expenses, you should understand about entertainment needs and accordingly set up a budget based on that understanding. You can then comfortably settle at a compromise and set aside an average range for your entertainment expenses that you're more likely to adhere to. 16. Do not invest if you do not understand. One money mistake often made is to commit to an investment opportunity without fully understanding the scenario. Every business investment opportunity comes with measured risks that must be well reviewed and checked before investing. Where an opportunity offers unbelievable returns, it is a red flag and you must ask enough questions. If you don't understand, don't invest. Seek expert advice if required. Though it is important to take investment decisions promptly to avoid losses, this does not mean you should take decisions without having full information. You must ensure you have answers to all your questions. Only take investment decisions when you have all the answers. If you can avoid these 16 big money mistakes, you increase the possibility of living within your means, with purpose, and centered on your values. Navigating life can be difficult, and adding money challenges can only make it more so. Take ownership, ask for help, and be mindful of life transitions. It's a great way to set the stage for the best life possible. We are curious to know what other money mistakes are there to avoid at all costs. What will you add to this list? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos which we recommend you watch next, and see you tomorrow, for we upload new videos daily.